Damien Bendall, what a creature. Horrendous crime, the nature of the crime, how it was committed, how he was found after, how he reacted. Think, psycho, that's what I'm thinking. Lots of people come into prison who've committed murder. Various reasons. Not all of them bad. Circumstances and the like. This guy is one sick puppy. Definitely. I don't know what procedures he's been through, but I'll tell you what happens when somebody comes into prison. They're assessed in reception. A lot of prisons now have gone away from double cells, which is why we're struggling with the prison population. Strangeways used to hold 1,200, about 650 now. So we've actually lowered our capacity in some prisons, but it's no bad thing, you know, it's no bad thing. But he'd have been assessed. High risk single selling, quite definitely. Nature of his crime and the like. All sentenced prisoners are required to work. Once you're sentenced, required to work. Where I worked, both prisons, both had similar populations, 1,100-1,200. We sent about 300 people, maybe 320, to work every day. That's in workshops. Used to have a bricky shop and used to have a plastering shop. They were well attended, giving lads skills. They were done away with. Yeah, a lot of workshops, poor. It's just ticking boxes, but they're required to work. If you've got a population of 1,200, you obviously can't send everyone. There's education too. We used to send, again, in both, approximately 100 to education. So out of a population, 1/3 will be going to work or education. Some people want that time out of cell, others don't. He's obviously been put in a workshop, yeah, where he's had access to tools. It happens. Kitchens, see the kitchen knives at Strangeways, yeah, and workshops. Again, people are risk assessed. He'd be high risk for me. I'd be wanting somebody to look at him. I'd be wanting him checked out by a psychiatrist. However, he's been put in a workshop. He's bludgeoned someone. Nearly killed him. They might well die. I would think somebody's loved ones who they're waiting for coming out of prison might well get discharged. This has happened. People are severely injured, attacked. People are released from hospital. They're released early from custody, 2 years to serve, badly injured in prison, in a coma, released from custody. But somebody's loved one, family member, never going to be the same again. So what do we do with Bendall? Initially, I've gone down the block of segregation unit. Segregation units used to be, you know, where you would have staff and managers who were switched on, some very, very dangerous individuals. Probably in the last 20 odd years, segregation units have become places where people hide out. So individuals would get placed on report, maybe in a fight, go to the segregation and refuse to leave. You can't restrain someone from a segregation unit back to a wing. So if somebody refuses to move, you're stuck with them. You can put them on punishment, but segregations end up with people hiding out there. You're going to get a shower, you're going to get a phone call, you're going to get some exercise, and you're going to get fed. If you've got beef in the whole of a jail, you know, you do something to get placed on report, go to a segregation unit, and then you hang out there. But segs are only as good as the staff. No experience now. I worked in a segregation unit where 50% of the staff weren't worth a toss. What do you do with Bendall after? He's going to be a risk always to staff and other prisoners. Can't live in segregations forever, so maybe he'll go into a challenging behaviour programme. It's changed name now, but it's for dangerous individuals like himself, or people who don't comply, or people who are off the rails. Once you're in it, it's a roundabout, you can't get off it. So normal lads who go on that will struggle to come away, adjust, go back on normal location. Like Charlie, special units, But again, the special units are only as good as the staff. So Bendall gets put on a special unit. For me, if I were working with him, I'd never take my eyes off him, ever. Ever. He's always going to be a risk to other prisoners, but more so, he's going to be a risk to staff. We're getting more and more people in the system like him. So when we talk about a supermax, let's build a supermax. Let's build it like an American prison. New prisons don't have to be built like they are now. Low-risk prisoners, although a lot of you will not understand this, make it more like Norway. Treat people right. Build prisons differently. Yeah, you're on a restricted regime. You can't do what you want. You can't go home. But make them decent. We're trying to turn people around and stop them going back to prison. People like him are going to supermax. You know, 5,000 of the worst in the system. All these people on special units, make it fit for purpose. Make it so you don't need as many staff. Small units, electronic gates. You've seen them in America, the most dangerous prisoners. Yeah, when they're getting them out of the cell, they have to back up to the door. There's a hole in the bars. They put their hands through, they're cuffed. Just to bring them out of the cell, they're cuffed behind the back. Don't matter how dangerous someone is, very difficult once your hands are cuffed behind your back to do someone damage. It's still possible. But you're taking away the risks, aren't you? So if we're going to build a supermax, let's make it fit for purpose. Let's make it safe for staff and the majority of prisoners. Let's have someone sat there. Yes, you 5 can go on the yard, unlock the gate, bump. Let's do it like that. Let's make it a supermax. Him, if he'd have come to Strangeways when I were there, he'd have been on the healthcare on an unlock protocol. Yeah, an unlock protocol means a number of staff and he don't come out with anyone else. He'd have been assessed. Hopefully he'd have gone to high security hospital and they'd have stuck a depot injection in his arse. Yeah, get him drugs, took him out of the game. Very, very dangerous individual. He'll hurt someone, again him, unless somebody gets to him for street justice. Street justice inside. Horrible, horrible creature, super dangerous. I don't know whether he's been assessed. For me, just looking at him coming into prison, but the system's screwed. The system's screwed. So we get dangerous individuals like this on normal location in prisons with young, inexperienced staff. Very dangerous. Thanks for your continued support. If you'd like to become a channel member, links in the description. God bless you all. Thanks for coming. Al City.
Real boys, real people, real stories, real polish.